In my time in Strongsville High School, I spent a lot of time in upper level classes, but sometimes they didn't teach us the things that we really needed to know, like how to survive in life. So there was a couple classes that I was in that I especially can remember that touched upon model Mustang things. The first one being, I took a class with my other favorite teacher, who was Carol Peterson. She was wonderful. If you ever had her, she inspired me to become a teacher almost as much as Ken Mahalko did. But we had a class, advanced grammar, and it was super hard, and everybody who took it's like, this is insane, and it was very, very hard, but she never let us give up. She always taught us to be very resilient, even if we did badly. She gave us the skills to be able to come back from that and do better, and I ended up, that was one of my most memorable classes, and I loved it.
The Model Mustang competency that comes to mind the most for me is the global competency, especially the part where it has acting with empathy and compassion. Because when I think about being a leader and I think about my teachers, I think of those who led by example. And being a leader is not just about being the loudest kid in class and the one that everybody always goes to. It's being a leader is also being dependable and reliable and somebody who's a safety net for you. And that's how I felt a lot of my teachers were, especially Kevin. And again, if I could make students feel like they were comfortable enough to come into my room and comfortable to talk to me and comfortable to work with, even being a silent leader, that was super important. So that global competency really spoke to me.
I didn't. When I started at Baldwin Wallace, I was going to be a international business major, but that lasted like a quarter or so, and then I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. I'd always wanted to be a teacher, and I had so many good role models here at Strongsville High School that I think I kind of didn't want to say that I wanted to be one, and then I'm like, well, of course that's what I want to be. So
I 100% knew that I was going to be a teacher at Strongsville High School when I was here. My first day, actually, of 8th grade, I knew I wanted to be a French teacher at Strongsville High School without even being in high school yet. It was, again, because of Laura Gaba and her passion for the language. And after I graduated from college, we were told to apply many different places, and I was actually offered a job in another district, and I turned it down because when I pictured myself teaching, all I could picture was myself in a Strongsville City Schools t-shirt, and I couldn't imagine myself working anywhere else.
my favorite class at Strongsville High School were my French classes with Jerry Schreibman. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was easy for me, and I just felt like she had a love of teaching in the language, and she passed that on to me.
My favorite class at Strongsville High School was my French class. It was just the time of day that I look forward to the most because I loved everything about the French culture, and it just became such a passion of mine.
I think my favorite teacher would be Ken Mahalko, because he gave me the confidence to do things that I didn't think I could do, and I enjoyed every minute of being in band and orchestra, and it was a big, huge part of my life, and he was just a great inspiration to me.
Throughout my time at Strongsville City Schools, I had wonderful, wonderful teachers, but the first favorite teacher that I can think of is Laura Gaba, because she was my very first French teacher, and she was so passionate about it and made me feel so excited about it that I knew that I had to do that as my career too. And my second favorite teacher was Kevin Klein, because even though he was such a young teacher when I had him, he really made me feel like I wasn't just another face in the crowd, that I was my own individual person, and he just made me feel really cared for, and I hoped to be a teacher just like that.
I was involved in marching band, which was a big, huge part of my life. I think that people who are involved in things like that, they find a sense of belonging, and they find a sense of like a purpose almost. And I also was involved with the yearbook. I was the yearbook editor for a couple years, and that gave me some skills that I didn't necessarily have before I became editor, how to organize people and things and schedules, and it just a lot of life lessons through those things.
I was involved in student council, and that just kind of gave me a sense of leadership, I guess, because I was a little bit shy in high school, and I felt like maybe I could make a difference, even if I was just part of something like student council. And orchestra became my kind of creative outlet a little bit, so it wasn't just focused on academics all the time, and I really loved being part of orchestra and having music be such a big part of my life too.
working in the same district where I went to school. I went through Allen Elementary and Albion, and obviously the high school. And I taught many years at Albion, and I, obviously am finishing my career here at the high school. And so it's kind of like coming full circle almost. I see it's kind of a sense of pride in Strongsville. You come back and you think that I'm giving back to the community.
Being a teacher here is just a full circle moment for me. Being able to hopefully inspire students the way that I was inspired to be the best possible version of themselves is really all about why I'm here. And if my students leave my class only knowing French, then I didn't do my job right. They need to leave my class knowing that they are wonderful, resilient people who are going to make a difference in the world, because that's how my teachers made me feel.